thought to that. It's all about the handoffs. This is what I kind of struggle with, because I like to see people move from services ideally. Not everybody wants to. In recent work, we've learned that consumers in group homes do want to move on, but they're wary. They really want a lot of support as they move on. But where this really comes up is when we've done our evaluations of the wraparound services. So we have these families, and I don't think this is an issue anymore given how the Rosie D remedy is playing out. But we interviewed people who had been discharged from coordinated family focused plans wraparound, and they were not happy. 6 months later or whatever. They really wanted to be in those services. They were still struggling with the DSS or Department. They're still struggling with the same issues and multiple disabilities. So that's what I thought about, but I think the state has dealt with that in a sense by not having those limitations for the people who are able to get these services. But we're going to figure about these handoffs. It's going to save the people a lot of money, and there'll be less recidivism. But I think this is where a lot of the answers are. I don't have them, but all right. Since I started in this in the mid-90s, it's remarkable as to how far we've come in consumer-driven and peer services as a statewide movement. At that point, we had nothing but a few pockets, places like the Ruby Rogers Center. It's a true credit to people who work on this. I mean, not just consumers, but people that we've worked with, and I think right now with the recovery learning communities, peer specialists, debriefers such as Denis, various other things, the Leadership Academy, the Transformation Center, our organization. I wouldn't doubt it for I'm pretty sure we're leaders. I don't think we're seen as leaders in that way, but nationally, because for a while we didn't have anything. But I think we are, and I think I'm grateful, I think we're all grateful for allies who've really supported that. So that's that. I don't know if people have any comments or questions. Yes.
Your observation that the intersection and overlap between the private hospital stays and readmissions and outpatient services. Why is it just private hospitals?
Versus what?
City hospitals. The readmission, the revolving doors of private hospitals.
Right. I mean, again, it's only because we've looked at this area. I mean, are you thinking does it happen with state hospitals? I mean, this is just something we've looked at in a lot of detail. It's not to say that other things aren't true. It's just, it may, am I answering your question?
So it doesn't happen at the state hospital?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't claim to have every piece of information. I really don't know. But certainly we've done a lot of work on the Medicaid side of things. And we have an abundance of data and meetings and whatever. So, all because, right, I mean, these are just what occurs, what's true for me, but it's not inclusive, exclusive.
I think it's the term private hospital is confusing because I'm thinking about like KO 3 in Cambridge or
That's what I'm talking about?
in Kearney Hospital.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about those.
Kearney.
Could you repeat what Naomi said? I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, well, I should probably clarify what I mean by private hospitals, and I classify them in two ways. One of the private psychiatric hospitals, such as the McLean, Harvard, what they do is psychiatry, and the others are units at general hospitals that are psychiatric units. I'm not referring to the state hospitals because I don't know enough about what happens with state hospitals to say anything. Great. Well, thank you. Yeah.
I just wanted to say I thought that was fabulous, and I just agree with everything you said. And thank you so much. And is that available to us?
Yes, I will send that out. It's just something I put together recently. So people finished eating? Because we
Yeah,
can move
long
right
since.
to the small groups. Something help me with small groups. We have like assignments, so. Give me 1 second here. We're off a blip. Mary Ellen, do you want to make any comments on the morning at this point?
It's hard to share.
Oh, here we go.